Have you ever looked at someone else's life and felt smaller? Their job, their marriage, their body, their blessings. And a quiet voice inside you whispered, "Why not me? Why does God favor them and not you?" What if I told you this exact feeling destroyed the very first family on earth? Not a sword, not a war, not a famine, a comparison. And tonight, we're going to open the oldest wound in human history, the moment one brother measured his worth against another and lost himself. We live in a world built on comparison. Their house, their success, their calling. We scroll, we measure, we shrink. But comparison is not new. It didn't start with social media. It started in a field thousands of years ago with two brothers and two offerings. Genesis 4 tells us Cain and Abel both brought gifts to God. Abel's offering was accepted. Cain's was not. And in that single moment, something shifted in Cain's heart. Not sorrow, not humility, comparison. Scripture says Cain was very angry and his face was downcast. Notice what God asked Cain next. "Why are you angry? Why is your face downcast?" God didn't ask Cain to explain Abel. God asked Cain to examine himself. But Cain couldn't see himself anymore. He could only see Abel standing in the light he wanted for himself. That is what comparison does. It blinds you to your own calling by fixing your eyes on someone else's. Comparison always whispers the same lie. Their blessing means your rejection. Their favor means you don't matter. But God told Cain something powerful. If you do what is right, will you not be accepted? God wasn't finished with Cain. He was never comparing Cain to Abel. Cain was comparing himself, and God was still offering him a way forward. The tragedy is not that Cain was behind. The tragedy is that Cain believed he was disqualified. Genesis 4:8 says, Cain rose up against his brother and killed him. Read that again. Comparison, left alone in the heart, did not stay quiet. It grew into resentment. Resentment grew into rage, and rage became the first act of violence in human history. This is not a story about two brothers. This is a warning about what happens when we let comparison sit unspoken inside us. Here is what Cain never understood. God was not comparing him to Abel. He was calling him deeper into his own obedience. Paul writes in Galatians 6:4, "Each one should test their own actions. Then they can take pride in themselves alone, without comparing themselves to someone else." Your calling was never a competition. Your worth was never measured against your brother, your friend, or your neighbor. If the voice says, "You are behind," God says, "I have a path made only for you." If the voice says, "They are chosen and you are not," God says, "I knit you together with purpose." So the next time you feel that familiar ache, that quiet comparison rising in your chest, pause. Ask yourself, am I looking at my own calling, or am I standing in Cain's field, staring at someone else's offering? Because your race was never against them. If this message spoke to you, subscribe to BibleRisen, and remember, the war is not with your brother. It is with the lie that says you must lose for them to win.